What's cracking, everybody, on another episode of the Generational Blessings? I'm your host, Jyreel Brandom, man. And I just wanted to talk to y'all today about some of the topics that I had on my mind, man. I wanted to talk to you guys about stepping into your power, being able to embrace that niche or that urge that you have to gravitate towards like your natural talents, the flow state. When you enter the flow state, like me, when I'm dropping jewels on people, when I'm kicking game, when I'm around brothers that I'm fellowshipping around, that's helping me to sharpen my blade, that's helping me to become more on point and helping me to change the trajectory the next 10, 15 years, the next 20 generations down the line, just by the one simple thought of challenging the way somebody thinks. Like, you ain't gotta be a dope fiend, you ain't gotta be a dope dealer, you ain't gotta be no ball player, you can be something different. You see all of these social norms and you see all of these things that people, you know what I mean, you don't gotta follow the path that was, everybody else did. Be a trailblazer. Be a free thinker. Be somebody who has something that is... Can you think of a color that you've never seen before? Right there, that's imagination, man. That's what just the game I'm trying to kick with y'all this morning. I'm feeling good. And woke up, put my daughter down, you know what I mean, for a nap. Now I'm chilling, coffee, feeling good. I'm going to go on a run here in a bit. But I just wanted to jump on here and just some notes that I took down, you know what I mean? Just a little something that we want to share with y'all, man. And then letting go of the past. You have to be able to let go of the past, because the past has nothing to do with your present or your future. You know what I mean? If you're stuck too much in the past, living in illusions, homie, I'm not really trying to sit here and act like I got it all figured out. The stuff that I have written down, the stuff that I've used daily, and I can only speak from experience and how it's helped me. That's what I'm saying. I'm not getting on here trying to talk like I know everything. I don't. But what I got is right here is, if you can take it, apply it to your daily life, here you go. It's for you. Here's a jewel. Here's a jewel for your crown, young man. Here's a jewel for your crown, young sister. Here's a jewel for your crown, young native. Here's a jewel for your crown, young brother. You know what I mean? Embracing pain. Not in like a crazy sadistic way, but embracing pain, like knowing that, okay, if I go to the gym, I put in the work. If I go on those runs, if I, do these pull-ups, if I do these small compound incremental investments into myself, not only for my physical strength, not only for my mental health, not only for my cardiovascular, but for myself. To just confidence, self-esteem. You know what I mean? I remember being, one of those kids who just grew up in not very like nutrition and health and athletics, and you know what I mean? That thing was, you had to seek that for yourself. Nobody was steering you in that direction when it came to cultural norms, because nobody really could afford to send their peoples off to go play no sports. Now we're raising scholars and ballers, and I just want y'all to know that you could be anything that you put your mind to. The amount of effort that you put in it is the amount of the result you're going to get. You put in a little effort, you're going to get a little bit. You put in a lot of effort, you're going to get a lot, little homie, and it's just the way things work. And being of use. You know what I mean? And that's like not, being a yes man, kiss somebody's ass, little guppy. But I mean, like, being of use, like your mama, your aunt, your family, the people, the women, the elders, and the people that you got in your life that, that have been putting in work, sacrificing for the family, really putting their efforts in the right places and their energies. They shouldn't have to come back to their house and they got children or they got people that is living underneath them and they ain't doing nothing. Like, there shouldn't be no reason for you to have any attitude, any type of feelings towards you having, or even to be asked to do some daily chores, some application of your respect for these people with time. I just, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to drop that on them just because I want to put that out there for the younger generation, that they see OG like myself, and they know that I still be, my mom called me, shit, I'll go mow the lawn, I'll do whatever my mom tell me to do, because that's my OG, man, that's my mom, man. And she been putting in a lot of effort into purifying and making sure our family tree's been nourished and pruned and all of those type of things, like, that goes into just holding it down for your people. Come on, man. Salute your mama in your efforts. Not by always, you know what I mean, standing around, you know. But anyways, creating union with one another. That's why it's like very, very hard, because a lot of people, like, I'm supposed to challenge you. I'm supposed to be a disruptor. It's supposed to, you know what I mean? In a way, when you watch this shit, you're like, is he talking about me? Or if the shoe fits, you know what I mean? Because that's what happens. That's why when you watch, like, Malcolm X, or you watch, like, whatever contrary to popular belief, like, if they challenge you, it challenges the way you're thinking. You're like, damn, maybe some of the shit that I'm doing is ass backwards. Maybe the way that I'm moving is kind of goofy. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe bro is right. You know what I mean? You got to check yourself before you wreck yourself, man, because there's a lot of the false ego. You know what I mean? I'm not jumping on here with no ego. I'm just jumping on here with some shit that finally have something to say. Instead of sitting here jumping on, scrolling head down, not contributing nothing, talking shit, having nothing to say, having no dollars, you know, having no, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to drop generational jewels on you so then you can take whatever you can from this and apply it to your life. And I want you to grow. You know what I mean? Real talk. Like, I'm not sitting here trying to be no hater or nobody to kiss nobody's ass or try to, you know what I mean, for praise. Nah, man. I'm just trying to contribute something. Because I remember all the times that I didn't. You heard Spokane try to stand up, man. And that's why I took the Sasquatch warrior shit. That's you heard, that's me. But I took this podcast and separated the two, the generational blessings, so I can pull other brothers, other sisters, so I can have different, it opens the doors more to not only just a super, like, you know what I mean? It opens the door to generational blessings. It speaks for itself. And I'm grateful for that, like, that cleansing and that thought to be like, let me separate the two. Sasquatch Warrior Chief, Outdoor Pull-Up Channel, all of that. That's you. You know what I mean? Do that for you, but let this podcast be a platform that others can come into, pour into, others can build off of, others can come and do. You're going to start doing interview. This shit is going, like, to the top, man. And it ain't about the money. It's about what we're going to do with it. What we're going to do with it is give people a voice, give people a chance to speak about the stuff that is suffering their community, their reservation, their housing HUD, their project, whatever. You know what I mean? Coming raw. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what I want for people, is just to understand that they still have people that is unfiltered, fucking bought, and that they still got, you know what I mean? This ain't Generational Blessings Podcast mission statement: to bring jewels to the youth through experiences shared from people like them, from a place like theirs, bridging the gap between culture and tradition, the inner city and the res. Focusing on strengthening one another through community union, social and economical cultivation. You know what I mean? I'm your founder, Jyreel Brandom, aka the Sasquatch Warrior Chief, proud representative of the Spokane Tribe of Indians. You know what I mean? I've celebrated 32 years on this planet. I've been blessed with 3 beautiful daughters. I've been blessed with a people of immaculate strength. You know what I mean? Warrior spirit, medicine. You know what I mean? It's monumental, and I always got to remember everything that I've been through and everything that I want to contribute. So, like, your pain and all of those things, like, I done been to places where the sun don't shine, and that's not even to sit here and try to talk. That's just like when the raven went into the darkness and got the light again. You heard? I'm just trying to keep it all spiritual and keep it on the pinnacle and keep your mind focused on the things that money can't buy, because those are the things that are most important. You know what I mean? And it's the mental jewels for your crown. You got to keep your mind on the purest carat diamond. You got to keep your heart on the purest carat gold. You know, remain golden. You know what I mean? No matter what you go through and no matter how hard it get, if you believe in yourself, man, you can accomplish anything. Don't be scared to dream. Don't be scared to succeed. You know what I mean? Don't be one of them cats that's just... Unless you enjoy, like, being on the hamster on the wheel, you want to be that motherfucker in the cage getting fed through the little thing. No. Not me no more. That's why I jumped on this platform with something to contribute. The more people I can serve, the more people then the more value I can add to the market, and then the more then I can earn. You know what I mean? And it's not even necessarily, these are just experiences, sharing my experiences with people, helping people to get out their own head for a second, helping them to not be distorted or diluted or watered down from the things that I'm saying to them. They're actually like, whoa, it's challenge stimulating. It's actually like beneficial for you. You know what I mean? Keep rocking with me. Tap in. Let's lock in and let's really get to a transformative level of ambition and motivation. And even on the days when you ain't feeling right, even on them days when you ain't got it all figured out, just look up, man. You know, like when you feel that sun out there, you know that's the OGs of OGs. And he'll hold you down, she'll whatever, man. Energetic. You feel it? That warmth, come on. You know what I mean? Even when the moon out, you know what I mean? And even when the winged ones or the four-legged or like the plants and the leaves and the like. It's a circle of life, and it's just honorable to just see the things and the beauty and transcendence of culture. And it's like we see a lot of bullshit all day, but I'm not gonna pay attention to that. That's not what I'm gonna focus on. That's not what my focus is. My focus is on my children, how I'm gonna get a little bit of ooh-la lamb, how I'm gonna put it in the right places, man, how I'm gonna, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna just try to water and plant these seeds, and I'm gonna try to water and nurture them and get them to grow, and they could be mighty oak trees standing tall like them ferns, you know? I just believe in my people enough, and I love them enough to show them something different. Spokane Try Stand Up, you know? Episode 3, Generational Blessings, bye.